This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Today's Friday, July 9th, 2010. And today we're going to take a look at ZAAP. This is a NASDAQ bulletin board stock trading on the ticker ZAAP. Strong move, a breakout of a little ascending triangle. We'll come back and I'm going to put that on there right now just to show you what to see. Somewhere right around through there. And also some resistance it was seeing right through there. There's the breakout of the triangle. Great move from that point. Breakout around 36 cents, up to hitting around 58 cents yesterday. Indicators should be kind of aligned for something like that, where it's trending sideways a little bit, getting ready to try and break out. And you are seeing that, a little bit of an uptrend with the MACD, kind of trending right there around zero, same way as the PPO. Actually, nice setup. This is where you'll see me talk about the ADX being up high, looking for when it's up around this high, it's looking to change directions. So when it gets there, take that, put you right in this area, still kind of neutral. You're looking for a stronger move. The positive and negative DIs positioned the way that they were showed you that there was a good chance that this positive DI was going to want to come pulling through fast, make a break through the negative DI. MFI is getting up a little bit toppy right now. Of course, this was a great move yesterday. A ton of volume came pouring in. Accumulation distribution, those that follow our charts, we look for this to uptrend. You'll take this back to this area and you'll see that nice little move. The whole thing was kind of in an overall uptrend, even though it had this down period right here where it pulled back. Overall, accumulation distribution stayed strong. Chaikin money flow, this must have taken a hit on selling yesterday. When it takes a little, when it dives back down like that, that's because of the long upper shadow, showing that there's some profit taking going on, and that's why you see this Chaikin money flow wanting to dive off like it is. CCI, so you're going to say it can trend over 100 for quite a while. Here you'll see it's been for a couple weeks now, ever since it's making this move on this breakout. It's still trending strong up around 300. So when you hear us talk about that, you'll know that the CCI can trend up over 100. That's why some momentum traders will look at that. And some people will use this, the break of 100, as a buy signal. The full stow starting to make a turn down. This is something to pay attention to. Got a little bit of a downtrend going on to it. Just something to keep your eyes on as to this for the immediate time here to see if it's going to want to pull back. Trix is in a little bit of a triangle, but I still like the overall uptrend to it. I like that trend towards zero and the breaking of zero. When I say the triangle, it's kind of got that look to it right through there. Of course, this is dynamic, so this trend line might want to move. It's just got that look to it right now, so that's not necessarily a great indication of the real position of it. So I look at the bottom of it to see how it's trending. I mean, we could take it back to there and see it still has. That's why I say it just kind of has that feel, that look of a little bit of neutrality. But I wouldn't pay a ton of attention to that tricks right now. I like looking at this bottom part and seeing that trend and that breakthrough zero, because that's kind of the direction it's heading right now. Gives more of a feel for that. The RSIs kind of go along with what we touch on a lot of times with momentum traders. People are, just like some people like to play bottoms, some people like to play tops. They like to play these breakouts. You can see that this breakout came, just throw a line on there, a little bit of a lesson in technical analysis. On that breakout, came right through there when the 7 was already breaking through 70. That's where the breakout came. That's where your momentum traders look at it like this has got a strong move coming. The breakout of the resistance, breakout of the triangle, and it's pushing over 70. That's where you hear the term power zone. Big question is what to look for now. It's made this move. I'd be, of course, paying careful attention to it since it made this strong move. 10% yesterday, but it was up a lot more than that when it was peaking out its high points. The pullback with long upper shadow says a little bit of keep an eye on me for what I might do today. I also wanted to point out, I scaled back to this. This is actually I believe a 15-month or 16-month chart. The trend was down when it came into this, so it was pretty much a downtrend. But look at the overall picture here. You can go to there, and there's your true trend line. But I'm going to put this in here just so you get a little bit of a feel for what ZAAP was doing overall. Watch this line come in. A long-term kind of overall symmetrical triangle to it is what it's in right now, at a historic resistance level of 48.49 is right where it closed at today. This is something to pay attention to because it did try and push through it and didn't hold. Now volume came pouring in, and when it was up around 58, if that would have held, you'd be looking at this as not a complete blue sky breakout, but very close to it. It wouldn't be at all-time highs. There's really nothing significant in its way if it would have held those gains. So we're still looking for that to happen, but looking for it to try and keep volume strong and hold above this, not set this up as another. If this wants to come back down, there's a good chance it's going to test this trend line again, and then try and make another run for it to make the move. So pay attention for something like that. Don't just look at charts that are too narrow in scope as far as time frame, because on an overall perspective, ZAAP is in a great uptrend and making a strong move. I would say that it broke through. See how it had a triangle look to it? It has broken through that. Overall, this chart is very bullish on a long-term level. Let's look for 49 to fall. It closed at 49 yesterday. See, back in June and July, 48.49, tested about about a year ago or so. This has to fall. See, if you look at short-term charts only, you don't necessarily catch that whole perspective. This chart is obviously bullish in this term, in this 6-month period. There's a support level it really needs to hold if it wants to pull back. 40 needs to stay strong. It's a good support level throughout the last 6 months. 42, 40, you can see that area right through there. On the longer term charts is also going to be kind of a support level. These are the things you look for when looking at charts that have made a bigger move. Scale it back a little bit, see what else it's got in front of it. So I'd look for it to hold 40 on the downside. On the top side in this, you're saying blue sky breakout, it's gone. But it's not necessarily, because when you look at that longer term chart, it does have some resistance right there in front of it. It did have a hard time holding above it, even with the increase in volume, where people took some gains. So this is what I'd keep an eye on with ZAAP. Look at it in the long-term perspective as well as to where this could be heading. So I hope that I made my point there as to how to look at charts like this and see what to expect from ZAAP. Look for volume to stay strong. That's a key resistance point. If it wants to pull back, there's a key support point. Okay, this is Andy with QualityStocks taking a look at ZAAP.